everybody, Jeremy here. Welcome to Action Figure Window Shopping episode 59. And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, whatever it is that you're going to be doing on Christmas. I hope that you have a great time doing it. And I also hope that you have a great new year as well. So, I am going to jump right in, talk about some of the cool toys and collectibles that caught my eye over the past week. And although we always start things off with McFarlane Toys, there hasn't been anything officially announced from them to talk about. But on a somewhat unofficial note, here is a tweet from Preternia.com. Okay, now what they have here, according to this tweet, is international distributors are listing an entire Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figure program by McFarlane Toys. It's possible Toddy Mac is doing the movie merchandise rollout. Is it possible that he's doing the merchandise rollout for Mutant Mayhem? That's kind of up in the air right there. So let's just take a look at what some of these listings say. So we have Donatello base figure. We have a Donatello transforming something. So looks like we got some vehicles. TMNT Drive and Kick Cycle with figure. TMNT Leatherhead base figure. And so when you look at these dates here, it says 2022 12/15. Obviously not release dates for the figures themselves. Might be like a business thing that they got going on here. But I thought that this was very, very interesting. And here's some other listings as well. We have a Leonardo base figure, a transforming, could that be Katana? Michelangelo base figure, Michelangelo transforming something or other. So I think that that's really, really interesting. If Todd McFarlane actually does have a license to produce something TMNT related. In the movie Mutant Mayhem, here's the logo for it, is a new movie coming out August 2023. It is an animated movie, computer animated movie, and it's going to focus on the turtles in their teenage years. So, definitely more teenagery, even though I guess technically they were always supposed to be, but now they're, I guess are going to look more like it. But yeah, that would be very, very interesting to see McFarlane's take on TMNT figures, especially since we know that, this company can do an amazing job with action figures if they want to. And seeing how this has been something that Playmates has had the rights to do in the regular toy aisle at mass market retail, and other companies like NECA or Super 7, they've had to carve out their own little niche away from the big box store. So what's this all about? We will have to wait and see. But that is some really interesting news, I think, from McFarlane Toys. Now, speaking of TMNT, here's something that's already out that you can purchase from the BST AXN or Best Action line. You can get this from Big Bad Toy Store. This is a previews exclusive Krang with a arcade damage android suit from the Loyal Subjects. So, this is the video game version of that. In video games back then, when you used to hit the boss enough time and they start flashing a certain color, really get your blood rushing and your heart beating fast. You're like, oh, he's going down, he's going down. Get you to spend more quarters. But this is a variant of that. So it says that you can reenact your favorite TMNT story elements with your 1/15th scale TMNT Best Action Collection. So this is an 8-inch tall figure. He features a snap and release cockpit, access through the waist. You get Krang in the control pit, as he should be. Comes with several interchangeable hand grips and weapons: an axe, a drill, a laser weapon, a huge katana sword, punching fists, and gripping hands. With 31 points of articulation, including butterfly joints in the shoulder and double joints in both elbows and knees for maximum posability. That's pretty darn good. So this is limited to 3,000 pieces, only $30, not too bad. And let's take a look at some more pictures of this guy. So you can have him holding Krang like this. Ooh, look at that packaging. looks good, I like it. And I'm really happy that this Best Action line has carved out a nice space for itself over on in Walmart stores, over there in the collectible section. You can usually find these there, and you can also find like foot soldier packs that are there as well. And they don't seem to be flying off the shelves, but at the same time, they're not necessarily shelf warming. So it's definitely a nice alternative for collectors who maybe don't want to spend NECA money, but you also don't want to go so far down the scale as to, do Playmate stuff. This is that nice balance somewhere in the middle. So I'm always a fan of Krang in the Android body suit. So here is a version of it, and you can get them right now. Here's another TMNT figure from Diamond Select Toys. This is a statue, a diorama statue, a gallery diorama statue. $60, as these tend to be pretty affordable. Coming out in May 2023. So we got Leonardo there, looking very serious. And he is 9 inches tall. All right, so this is Diamond Select Toys' new line of dynamic TMNT gallery diorama figures, kicking off with Leonardo. And they're going to have all four brothers atop their rooftop bases to form one big diorama. So that's pretty cool. Encourages you to buy all of them so you can just slide them all together and make one big scene. I do like that. And he looks pretty decent, I do have to say, which is not surprising coming from Diamond Select Toys. Very cool looking Leonardo here. And also, while we're on the subject of Diamond Select Toys, remember that Mr. Fantastic that I showed last week? Here's the official pre-order page. He's going to be $29.99 in May of 2023. All the same photos that Diamond Select Toys gave to Shartimus Prime to show last week. And now that I've kind of had a week to, just sort of cool off a little bit and look at them, I do have to say, those eyes are starting to bother me a little bit. Just a little bit. It's like they're looking up, but they're almost crossed. And it just looks a little weird. And it might just be the left eye. Maybe if that was moved over a little bit more to the side and not so close to the nose, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But he almost looks cross-eyed, and that bothers me a little bit. But yeah, that's Mr. Fantastic for you, and he's going to be $30 coming out next year. I mean, I guess maybe it's possible that, as with so many other figures, you know how you get slight variations in paint when it comes to mass-produced figures? Maybe his eyes won't be like that for all the figures, or maybe it will be. I don't know. Guess we will see. All right. Now, the next thing I want to show is for all you pet lovers out there that just loves the Shibas. So I came across this Cyber Pet Shiba Sasa figure from Heat Boys. So it's coming out in April next year, $64.99, and it's like a robotic Shiba. I don't know what this brand is, or what it's for, or what this dog is from, where he's from, but I know that folks like these little guys, so that's why I wanted to show them. Look at that face. So yeah, if you just wanted your own little Shiba, oh, you get to take the paw. And you like robots, kind of want them in robot form. Look at that little hook tail there. You can get them, and you can pose them up. Adorable. 5 inches, made of PVC and die cast. Part of the Cyber Pet series, and he has a removable tongue piece. That's pretty darn funny. Let's see what else Heat Boys has, since they have this Shiba figure. Like, what else do they have here? Oh, okay. So this is the same company responsible for these robotic TMNT mecha looking figures. I remember, I think I showed this one in a episode in the past of this Leonardo. Let's see what else they got here. Just kind of like little, chibi style kind of figures. And then they also have a black and white Cyber Shiba dog as well. Looks like he's got some glowing eyes, make him look a little bit creepy. So this one, doesn't evoke the friendliness that this little guy does. I mean, look at those eye slits. But you can have your pick of the litter. Badoom. All right, so next up is a figure from a game that I absolutely love. This is Zagreus from Hades, and Hades 2 is coming out as well with a new protagonist. And this is part of Good Smile Company's Pop Up Parade line. Now, I've showed a few figures in the past from Pop Up Parade, and I'll say the same thing that I said with those. I really do think these are awesome because they don't cost much. This one is going to be $34.99. These are statues. They're not even small. They're 7 inches tall, and they already nailed down some very impressive licenses from like Street Fighter, for example, and Phoenix Wright, and now they have Zagreus from Hades. And I haven't seen any other Hades figures anywhere. Maybe they're out there, but I haven't seen any. This is the first of its kind. So if you're a fan of this game, which you should be because it's just so good, here's a look at Zagreus all the way around. That is really awesome. So he's coming out in June of next year. This is just awesome. I love what they're doing with the pop-up parade line of figures. And yeah, I'm glad that a game like Hades is getting some love in the action figure realm. Now, we are almost to the end of this, but I wanted to show you this right here. This is not new, but this is, and I think I saw this also from Preternia's Twitter page. This is a steelbook variant of Street Fighter, the movie, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. If you're old enough, you've probably seen this movie. You're probably really familiar with it. I had this movie. I even had Street Fighter, the game, on PlayStation, which was just, I mean, it was bad. I mean, the movie was bad. The game was not that good. But, you know, back then it didn't really matter. If you liked Street Fighter as a kid, then you also liked this. But what's cool about this is look at these pictures real quick. So that's the back. This right here, if you can get a poster of this and put this up, it'd just be amazing. Raul Julia is in Bison riding a horse looking majestic. That is so awesome. And then the other thing, now look at these screenshots from the movie. There's Sagat right there carrying a gun, as you know he's known to do. Ryu and Ken, Chun-Li. All your friends, and Blanca was in here too, but I don't see any picture of Blanca. But this comes with a Bison dollar right there. You get this included with the steelbook. And here's some other pictures that one of the people who bought this took of it. So just for this and the Bison dollar, I'm like, yo, that's worth $20 to me. Just to kind of relive this so bad it's good movie. I mean, look at Balrog. Look at that hair. There's E Honda. They tried. Cammy was right there. So I was like, whoa, this Super Street Fighter? Anyway, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so the last thing that I want to show is not anything that you can buy, but I saw this on Reddit and I thought this was just amazing. Someone created some custom McFarlane Power Rangers. Just look at some of these pictures. Now, they say that the base of these figures came from the McFarlane Toys Atom figure from Black Adam, Atom Smasher. Not the Mega Fig, but the regular 7-inch one. So that was used for like the body, and then he did some custom sculpt work and some custom paint, obviously. But my goodness, well, that's too close. But these look absolutely amazing. Let's go back and look at some of the other pictures here. These are just some phenomenal looking Power Rangers. And then this guy here on the right, not really a Power Ranger, but this is from a movie that's coming out. I think the last one that Jason David Frank made before he died. It's called like The Legend of the White Dragon. And it's not a Power Ranger movie, but, you know, just judging by this outfit, you can tell that it's inspired by it, obviously. Or at least, you know, that costume is. But these just look absolutely amazing. It would be so awesome if there was like a Power Ranger reboot and these like were the costumes that they decided to go with, a lot more edgy without straying too far away from the original costumes. That's what I love about these. And man, they just look so good. So the person who did this, posted this, WP Diorama, you are one talented individual. This is amazing. I'm sure anybody would love to commission some customs and pay good money for a set of figures like this. They just look amazing. So awesome job with that. So with that, that is going to be the end of this episode of Action Figure Window Shopping. Didn't want to go on for too long because I'm posting this on Christmas. I know you got things to do, presents to open, people to hang out with, and just good times to be had all around by all. So I hope that you have a fantastic day. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will be back next week with another episode of Action Figure Window Shopping. So until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.